Hello everyone. Today I'm going to make something in a crock pot since I've had several people requesting some crock pot recipes. This is going to be a vegetable beef soup, and let's just go over the ingredients. It's not really hard to do. Of course, you're just going to dump everything into the crock pot, set it on low, and let it cook for 6 to 9 hours. And I'll go over the timing that in a minute, in one more minute. But let's go over the ingredients first. We've got about a cup and a quarter of diced carrots. Again, I dice these kind of small only because I want to cut down on the cooking time. This recipe originally called for 9 hours of cooking, but it definitely didn't say to cut these vegetables as small as they are. So the smaller you cook the vegetables, the quicker your cooking time is going to be reduced. I'm going to do the same for the carrots. I don't have time right now. As soon as I clear this cutting board over here, I'm going to peel and dice these all about the same size too. I'm going to have them kind of small, so a couple of them can fit on the spoon. This is going to be a soup and not a stew. So I got about a pound and a half of ground beef. I've got a medium onion cut up kind of small, and I'm going to fry that up with the beef a little bit to get the onions started. I've got 12 ounces of original V8 juice, and I've got some 14-ounce can of petite diced tomatoes. I got a little bit of sugar. 2 teaspoons is all we really need. We're going to need 3 cups of water. I've got 2 teaspoons of basil going in there. I'm going to have 1 bay leaf and 1 tablespoon of parsley flakes, along with salt and pepper. Usual amounts, about a teaspoon of salt and about 2 teaspoons of fresh ground black pepper. And so that's about it. I've got my pan heating up here. Once that's heating up, I'm going to get the just going to brown up the beef, saute the onions lightly in there with it, and basically everything's just going to get tossed right into the slow cooker. So I'll come back when we're ready for that step. Alright, so I went ahead and put the ground beef and the onions in. I'm just going to try to brown these up. I got this on high. We're going to see how much grease develops. I may pour some of that off, or I may not. I do want a little I want a little fat in it, the soup, but I definitely don't want it to be completely greasy. So we'll see if that happens. Also, I've diced up my potatoes. You can see that potatoes are diced up kind of small. Again, the potatoes and the carrots are probably going to take the longest. So the smaller you make them, the quicker it'll cook. So as soon as the vegetables are nice and tender, the dish is pretty much done. So this is just about ready to pour in. I'm going to brown it up a little bit more. I'll probably drain off a little of that grease, about half of it, and leave the rest. And then everything's just going to go right into the crock pot, and we're going to let it go for about 6 hours. Okay, well, I just thought I would show you what it looked like once I got everything in. Just poured it all in. Set the timer for 6 hours. I'm going to try to level this out. It's not exactly sitting level here. And we're just going to let that go 6 hours, and then we'll bowl it up and see what it looks like. Okay, so I've let this go for about 6.5 hours, and it looks pretty good. I've also got some freezer containers, so I'm going to freeze up the rest of this. I'm going to serve up a bowl of this for myself. And it turned out pretty good. I already tried some of it, and can't complain. It's vegetable beef soup, and it turned out pretty good. So, and what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna fill up these containers and freeze them with the rest of it and see how that turns out. It turns out pretty good. From what I've done in the past, it will freeze pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching. And so here you go. This is the vegetable beef soup, all cooked up. I've also got it spread out in containers for freezing, and once it cools, I'm going to go ahead and cover them all and freeze them up. So I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.